Okay, sorry it took so long. Just checking if the mic works because I dropped it recently. Okay, sorry it took so long. Just checking if the mic works because I dropped it recently. Okay. So, sounds fine, or good enough. So I was planning to play this like 2 days ago, but my camera ran into issues with Genshin Impact, like where I couldn't use the video at all. Anyway, fixed it, and but then also my mic dropped a few days ago, and I hadn't noticed apparently. So, um, I have finished everything here, like half this area basically, and Ragor's Reach. So we met Xenos, and nothing much, honestly. They're just like, wow, Xenos is overpowered. We can't beat him. Okay, time to go to China. So I guess we're going to China. Right now there's a monster in the water. That's it. Yeah, I hadn't even realized that up to this point, I haven't done a dungeon for Stormblood yet. To be fair, yeah, it's been busy work this whole time. Yeah, so Lee's got a new outfit, and um, not much happened. I just like helped the resistance, and I was like doing normal resistance stuff, like, hey, recruit people for us. Oh, beat some Imperials for us. Oh, we're gonna do a big attack on them. Oh no, one of the people knew where our hideout was and killed everybody. Oh, what do we do now? Except this time, like, there's actually, like, we go around the world and then attack them from the other side. And it's like, well, this sounds roundabout, but fair enough, okay. But, like, we could, like, just do a big fight with the Alliance. But admittedly, a lot of people would die, so, you know, is it worth it? Probably not. It's better to do this. So, yeah, things have been going well. Um, Weather's cold. Uh, been playing mobile games, same as normal. I'm working a lot, but you know, I'd be streaming this more if there wasn't that one issue. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be in this hotel for like 2 weeks, So I'm fine with it. No difference to me. Um, but yeah, so I expect I should be able to get pretty far through this. Um, even if I only have, let's see, on average, at least. I mean, I actually got done early today, but it was a really weird situation. So I ended up not really getting back to my apartment until 4:30, I think. Anyway, on average, I should be getting back here at 5, and I can play for 7 hours. Because yeah, for as long as the situation here works out, I can just get back here, turn it on, and start streaming just like that. But you know, doesn't always work out that way. Usually, there's like an hour of extra other stuff to do or whatever. I mean, I actually didn't take a shower. I was planning to take a shower, but then I was like, oh, the camera worked. It's a miracle. I like definitely didn't want to do this without a camera. Just, you know, show my genuine reaction. Sometimes I'm pretty shocked, and most of the time I'm like, oh, I'm so interested. Oh, the interest level is through the roof. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to be entertained every second of every whatever. But I was looking up the abilities. Oh yeah, that's right. I got while off screen, I got my paladin to level 60. Yeah, whatever. He's level 60. Astrologian, I think, is 62. And I'm having issues with my job quests because I should be able to do paladin job quests from 50 to 60. But for some reason, I just can't find them or something, or they're not unlocked. I don't know what's going on. And then I should also, I think, be able to do Astrologian and Summoner job quests, but I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But, so I'll be figuring that out, and then probably just, well, maybe I'll do that on stream. I've done the previous ones on stream, though they're getting quite boring, I'll admit. I wouldn't mind doing the Summoner one on stream since there's not too much to it. But, Astrologian, hard to say. Summoner. Paladin, probably not gonna bother. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Surprisingly, all the moves that I know about that are like a big deal moves for Paladin aren't going to be available till later. Like, I was looking up Paladin stuff, and yeah, like, it doesn't get to what I was expecting until like level 80 something. Let's see, or no, 70 something. Which, I mean, that's the case for a lot of these. Like, a lot of these, the actions have slowed down dramatically, like even more dramatically than I realized. Because, okay, for Summoner, yeah, I'm about to get Searing Light, theoretically. I mean, I don't have Ruin 4, but let's not go into it because of the job quest. But okay, I get to 70, I get a whole bunch of Bahamut stuff. Great, right? But then after that, try Disaster. And before Try Disaster, this, which is just stronger summons, I think. But that's it. Like, so, tons of Bahamut, Try Disaster, which is nothing, and then these improvements at 72, and nothing else to level 80. Like, freaking ridiculous. I mean, 80, you get an explosion of stuff. Again, it's just like a burst, and then, But then they also gave you some of this stuff, too, so... Yeah, from 80 to 90, it's more thought out. But from 70 to 80, it's, like, dead. Yeah, that's it, yes. See, same thing. This actually shows it even better, because, yeah, 70, 72, 74, dead. Then you get to 80, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90. Wow, it's almost like it's thought out. But, and this might have something to do with the rework, maybe. Like, okay, it's a little, it's like dies off a little bit, 50, 54, 58, but then 62. Just Stormblood's gonna suck. But then, like, okay, fine. Once I get to Shadowbringers, I'll at least have Bahamut to kind of tide me over and be kind of fun to use for a while. So I guess there's that option. I guess we'll see how good he is. But then Astrologian's also kind of weird. It depends how the minor arcana work, but if the minor arcana aren't like mind blowing, I'm gonna be pretty bored because it's just a really basic healer stuff. And then yeah, Paladin. I was expecting like way more of the sword stuff flinging around. I think that I hope it's not 80 to 90, but it almost looks like it might be. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. We'll see.
Thank the 12.
Everything here would appear to be in order. Good. Repairs should be completed by the time we return to the Misery, whereupon we shall resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
That sounded astonishingly like padding. Like, that literally didn't matter at all. That boss was a joke. Like, it's so ridiculous. I was just like, what the heck? That's all the boss got. Like, it's just, hey, it's gonna mind. I got lucky the first time it mind controlled me, because then I realized what was happening. But otherwise, easiest boss ever.
As we drew closer to Kugano. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
I just can't believe that we're at, again, Japan. But not only we're in Japan, we're at the only port that allows foreigners, because we have to always exist in Japan what's it called? Pre-revolution? I don't know, but it's a more specific. Meiji Restoration. Pre-Meiji Restoration. Well, it's even before the Meiji Restoration, actually, because technically, for like 15 years before the Meiji Restoration, they supposedly had to allow the United States into the country at other ports. I don't hear much about that time period, other than people don't like it. But like, then you look at before the United States allowed anybody else, said, hey, you have to let us in to other ports. Before that, yeah, it was this time period where you could only go to this one port. And this is the same thing in Genshin Impact. This is the same thing in like most Japanese, it's like most Japanese like created areas. It's just like the one port you can enter this country from, and it's like, that actually just sounds really awful and lame. Like, okay, like this, they try to act like it's some sort of like New York hub. Oh my gosh, the mixing pot of Japan, even though like the rest of Japan hates racial diversity. But anyway, I don't know how much longer we're gonna go here, because like, I'm actually quite shocked how little that dungeon was interesting. Like, I thought it was going to be something more dramatic. Like, maybe the ship gets destroyed and then we get washed up on shore. Something! Like, that would have also been a trope, but, it's a welcome one compared to, okay, we just beat it and we went to the port. Done. Like, okay. But, I guess we'll go around the city and see if there's anything interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we just go around and we get bored really quick. So we'll see what happens in the next 30 minutes. It's very bizarre that he says this. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, just find somebody that you can pay off to go there. And it's like, well, why won't you? We can pay you to go there. Why won't you go? And then he's gonna be like, oh, I'm wanted there. Oh, I never want to go there again, or something.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
I want them to just say no. Just like, oh, we can't just look a gift, ignore a gift horse in the mouth, you know, or whatever it is. We can't just ignore this. And it's like, yeah, you can. Just ignore it. Just say fuck off and never look at us ever again. But I know that they're going to do the complete opposite. They're going to be like, oh, I guess we better do it.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked... I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Like, it's very bizarre. Like if anything but the most good thing happens here, I'm just gonna hate the Scions. Because I feel like it hasn't been emphasized enough that Lolorito basically plotted the death of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Like, it's very weird because he's like, well, I knew he was going to betray you guys and I did nothing, so I'm not an accomplice, but also, like, if things had went slightly differently, I would have been fucked. Like, just a reminder, Lolorito almost got killed. I forget exactly why, but it was like Raban was going, like, so first he killed the betrayer, and then he was going to go and kill Lolorito. And then only because luckily Robon was beaten by Ilberd, then he didn't kill Lolorito. But if Robon had been able to kill Ilberd, then Lolorito would have also died, as far as we can think. Like, just dead. And it's like, and this was all because I think I just remembered Lolorito was like, oh well, we knew there was gonna be an assault on her life, but we just assumed that she'd live. And it's like, like, what if they were smarter than you? Oh, I guess you'd die, huh? It's almost like if you hear information you're supposed to tell somebody and then like do a trial. But in this world, they hear problems, they let them happen, and then they'll be like, oh, well, we were going to wait for them to say the incriminating thing, and then we would have stopped them. It's like, yeah, but what if you didn't stop them? Then their plan just works? Even though you could have prevented it from happening? Like, preventing problems is always the best option rather than letting them happen every single time, but the game will not admit that.
I beg your pardon. If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand? Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kagani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
No? Like, what's going on? Like, Alice says that she will trust them or she will go with them, and that means everybody's going now? Literally everybody was saying no, and then Alice's like, maybe. And then suddenly, okay, we're going. Like, what? I'm gonna ignore you like a fucking locust, you piece of shit. Oh my gosh, we doing this? We're actually doing this right now. We're actually doing this. Also, what the fuck is wrong with this aetheryte shard? Because unless it starts glowing when I light it... Okay, it kind of glows. Basically a rock, though. It probably should be blue. Wow, there's a lot of teleport points. But it's such a small area. That's how bizarre it is. But yeah, I'm gonna be skipping all the everything he's gonna say. So hopefully that also helps the pacing. Oh, what are you gonna say, Alphanod? Yeah, we already know. You said this. Yeah, what about her? She never said a word. Who gives a fuck? Weren't you gonna go to the bar? What is that smell? I think it's gonna be secrets waiting to be overheard. Okay. Like, the weirdest part by far is that he just said that, oh, there might be Imperial spies. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that the Imperials might know that we're here and therefore guess what our intentions are and be able to prevent us from meeting the resistance, maybe? But, like, the thing about that is that that's unavoidable. Like, we're literally walking through town. So, and even right there, they could have already seen us anyway. But then, like, again, we're still going to walk through town. We're going to go there, and we're still going to walk through town. It's not like we're going to be, like, hidden. Like, we're going to be like, oh, we're going to be in disguise or something. Nope. Like, everybody, by now, even this little bit of walking, there's no reason to believe that they won't know we're here. Okay. So they know we're here, let's say. What would the Imperial spies overhear from us that would actually be a problem? Like, literally, it would only be, again, that we plan to meet with resistance. Okay, then let's just not talk about that in public. Or, like, ever. I mean, they're still gonna follow us around, you know? So it's like, okay, Tataru is gonna go and ask around about information. Well, if an Imperial spy listens to her, then they'll know what our intentions are. Just every part of this, it's like, unless we're about to go over to that office and literally do nothing, this is completely pointless. 100%.
Our thaumaturgers took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance, where business did. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify, then. The chairman... Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the...
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern...
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugan.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficult...
The Ruby Sea. Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map. We are here in Kugani, the sole... Doma, meanwhile, is here on the... Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely... the Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy... Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea...
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a...
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you.
have to say, these are some astonishingly horrible pictures. This has erased what I believe the I'm trying to remember her name. The girl. Like, that is not the shape of her horns. And that's not her face. What the fuck? It's so bizarre. Also, I don't even think we've ever seen her neck. I thought she always had a scarf around her neck. So it's already weird enough there. His might be fine, but I'm still gonna say the mouse is weird. Like, it's more detailed than it should be. You know what I mean? That's where it's weird. It's like, what? It's like, oh man, it's great. It's like, it's too detailed. It's like, wait, what? But I mean, to be fair, the scar and the hairstyle should be enough. But, I don't know what's happening with this room and this guy or whatever the fuck is this bullshit. It's very confusing. It's almost like they just agreed to what he said that they would do without actually saying they would agree to it. It's like really bizarre. They didn't say one way or the other, but they also are accepting his help. Well, see, it's hard to say whether I actually have this or not. Anyway, we'll just do this real quick. They're very well. See her for yourself. We already saw them, right? Okay. What now? Where are we going? What? What's happening? Wait, am I supposed to just talk to her again? Oh, they just want me to do this pointless bullshit. Can I, yeah, can you stop? Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you think about some crappy pictures. If it was so impressive, why didn't you put that her horns are fucking white? Why did you color it? Why isn't her hair colored in? It's black hair. You could have colored it in. The fuck are you, like, what the fuck? Like, if something's black, why would you not fill it in a picture? How would not putting what's black? It's like, imagine that picture, but they were literally African American. Oh, well then we fill it in. Oh, but if it's black hair, oh no, don't bother. The fuck are you, like, what the fuck? You know, I just realized I should have just teleported. I think I'm gonna just... We'll see. Okay. Oh, this is the, yeah. This is, the, wait, is it? Oh, I was thinking it might be... You know what? I think I got lost on what it is. Okay, well, whatever. Wait, let me see. Shirogane? Is it like the other part of the city? It seems like it is. Airship plane? It's just like, yeah, that's right. What about airships? Why can't we travel by airship? Like, what's literally stopping us? Just fly really high, and then they can't shoot you with their ships. Done. So, yeah, is this a residential district? Really? Wait, so... Can I leave? Um, yeah, Shirogane. But I'm a little confused. Wait, so where is this then? Also, it's really surprising they have housing for the here, but then the Ishgard one is apparently new. Like, what the fuck? But I guess, like, Ishgard's... I don't know. Ishgard seems like the fanciest place in the game so far, so... Would you really want to be in China? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm wondering. Like, really? China? So it is here. But I was confused because I saw... I was confused because I thought I saw some stuff you could interact with here. So that was more than Shopton Market Board. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, blah blah blah. I don't need to know what this crap is. Okay. So Leon, let me see this. Wait, why did I think there was more? I could have sworn I saw that there was more. Maybe I went in here. Oh, it's all the teleport points that got me confused, because that made me think, oh, it's just like this area, but it's, you know, the south part of the city. But yeah, I don't fill these in ever. Or, you know, like get all the teleport points. Oops, I went the wrong way. Wait, did I? Really? Oh, right. I took a right for some reason. But yeah, so that doesn't matter. That's actually annoying. Because I always thought, oh man, this area is really small. Well, at least we have another area. Not. So, yeah, I'm going to be just finishing up here. And it looks like that's it for Japan. Like, we don't go to another area in this whole area? Really? Like, what the fuck? Here's a whole country. Anyway, we don't do anything here. So then we go over to Othard. Okay, what's in Othard? So, this isn't that big. Like, okay, this... fairly small. This looks like an interesting area, probably. Apparently it's in the Ruby Sea, so okay. And then this area, I just don't understand what it is. It's like, okay. So it feels like we'll be here until like level 65, maybe 66. And then we'll go back over, which I mean, like, look at all this land that they're ignoring. Unless this is literally supposed to be portrayed in that map. But it's a little weird because, like, okay, here's the sea right here, right? Okay. Well, here's the sea right here. Okay. So then there's like a square area here. And then maybe a mountain area here, maybe? But it looks more like a... It looks like it's here, maybe. Like Doma's over here? Or is this just confusing? Oh, this is just confusing, isn't it? But yeah, so like 66 about at the latest, and then we go back over here, and by that point we'll take over this area really quickly. Then this area is like level 67, 68, 69, 70, I guess. I mean, this area looks like it could be pretty meaty, maybe, but like considering how quickly you could go through through maps in Heavensward, it's just kind of weird because, like, okay, we got here, then we went to the town, we finished the town at level 60, then we went up to Abelathia's Spine down this section down here, still at 60, and then Karsus here at like 60, maybe 62. And so then you just kind of do nothing for a while, and then you go over here, and this is like 62 to 64. Over here is like 64 maybe, because barely anything's here. You could cut this whole region in half and lose nothing. It's like ridiculous how much stuff is here, but how little. Like, look at this. Look at all these patches, because like this entire part of the map doesn't matter at all. And in fact, you know, like literally you can see right here, like I just went straight out, took a left, went down here, went here. That's basically it for the necessary parts. Later you do have to go back over here and like over there. All this other stuff completely pointless. It's so bizarre. And that's only at 64. Then you go back to... Yeah, then that's when you go back to the city, but then you go back up here to this half, and this is like 65-ish. And then you go over here, and this is like 68-ish. And then the last area of the ship, which is 70, or whatever. I was saying 60, but whatever, 58, whatever. You know, and then the other one's 60. But like, this area was very short. Crazy short. If I knew how short it was going to be, I wouldn't even bothered with the ether currents because of how like I thought that I better undo the ether currents to get access to like this giant bubble shield, and maybe some of these houses matter. No, all these houses, like this area is condensed to you enter city, little cave, library. That's it. And it's a pretty big area. You know, like the only thing that's worth in this one is like this area, technically there is not much, but there's enough that you go everywhere. And then like, yeah, this area is just like the worst. It's like, okay, here completely, and then there's like camp and camp, and then there was like one dungeon here, and that was it. So this one's like the biggest waste in the whole game, because it's not that bad looking of an area. It's just completely wasted. Like, yeah, there was even like, oh, there was a house here, and you had to go down, and that's how you met Ethael, sort of, again. But like, you know, still stupid, you know. Just a lot of filler time, it feels like. So I guess the next time I'm going to stream is going to be when I get across the Ruby Sea. As we saw, some of the map exists on the coasts, so maybe we ally ourselves with the Confederate. You know, I've never heard about the Confederate, so, you know, what if we got them as our allies? That sounds like a good deal, right? Or are they just merchants that are just selfish and just boring? We'll see. Yeah, you should have walked there yourself, you lazy shit. Oh yes, I would love it. But I need to find myself a foreign husband. Introduce me to a foreign husband, please. Yeah, lady, whatever. I'll never see you again now. That's it. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just wondering, like, what is this? Is this, the hand? Job of the hand? Yeah, hand, okay. Okay. Well, we'll go and check this next part out really quick, and presuming that it's going to be completely pointless. I also hate how this, look at that shit. The fuck? The skit, like these aren't even organized like in any decent way. It's just like, okay, nope. Beginning, end. then we go like backwards, then we jump over there, then we jump over there, then we jump over there, there. I mean, that doesn't count, but still, like, you know, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, of course. No, wait, how does... Oh, wait, okay, yeah, because first one's Aether Plaza, of course. And then that's first. Okay, fine. But then after that, it should be like... It should, like, follow... Go up all the up ones, and then go down all the down ones. Instead, it's middle, down, down, down. Which, okay, so these are good. Except then it's confusing because the Ruby Bazaar is 2 away instead of being right next to it. And it's like, oh, well, it's because the inn and the bazaar are so important. If they're so important, then put them next to this one and be like, okay, this one, Shiokaze, inn, bazaar, then 1, 2, 3 of the things, and then 1, 2, 3 of the top ones, you know? I assume that, and considering the placement of these, I assume we're gonna meet them two in the inn. But, I mean, probably not now, since we made up these posters. Have you seen these people? Or are you gonna say, no, you've never seen these people? Because you want to be difficult and be like, I don't want to rat them out. Oh, of course. Okay, clearly they're here. Like the fact that they were like, we can't divulge any information about our guests. Wait a second, you just revealed that they're your guests. Because if they weren't one of your guests, then you would just say they weren't a guest of yours. Because it's not there's a rule against saying anything about your guests, but there isn't a rule about not being allowed to say something about somebody that has never been your guest, right? Say it. Oh my gosh, we're doing this. They're clearly here. Okay. See you guys later. If this is how the game's gonna play it, fuck off. Yeah, I'll do all this in my spare time or whatever. We'll see. I don't know how busy I'll be tomorrow, for once. But yeah, so I'll do this a little bit today. We'll see. I'm wondering, like, maybe I'll play Judgment, but we'll see. I mean, it's already 7 p.m. In no time at all. It's already 7 p.m. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching. It's a very short stream for once, but you know, that's how it is sometimes. But yeah, thanks for watching.